Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Somebody crashed into Willie Gilley's car, tweaked the bumper, and now the bumper is rubbing on the rear tailgate. See these marks right here? We're going to pull this bumper cover off and see if we can do something about this bumper being out of whack a little bit. And over there we can't get it to snap in and stay in. First thing you want to do is pop these lights out, get a bone tool, push them back, pull them out, unplug them. After that, you want to do the same thing, pull these panels here out. They just pop off and pull out. After that, you go down here and you drill out the rivets that hold the bumper skin down there. Then we're going to remove the battery. You got battery is under this thing here. Looks like two 10 millimeters there. They may be 12s. Actually, those look like 12 millimeters. Then a 13 there. Pull this up out of the way. Take the battery out. Then we will have access to the bolts that hold the bumper. So here, I like to start the bone tool in there. Push the trim off. It's got a couple tabs on the bottom, a couple tabs on the top. Pop those off both sides. Now you got to work that out there. And then try to pull the whole thing forward. To get it out like that. And undo the clip. It pushes up and back off of there. Has a little wedge tab. You got to lift that up to get it to unclip. Anytime you remove the battery, remove the ground first, 10 millimeter, then remove the positive. Take the battery securing thing loose. This one does not hold the battery in, so we'll lift the battery up, take it out of the way. We'll also try to lift this stuff up out of the way as well. Here on the front edge of this bumper, you may or may not have to drill out a rivet. This one has a push pin in it, so we're going to pry this push pin out with a trim clip puller on both sides. Next, you use your bone tool and unclip clips around the body. That just pushes back, Gilbert. You pop the top loose, and the back side pulls out.
Yeah, it'll come on.
So with these, you pop the top, and then when you slide the bumper off, it'll slide off. Next, you come in here. This piece of styrofoam, I just lifted up the back end, wedged it out, moved it out of the way. Now we got bolts in these holes. I think they're 13 millimeter in a couple of these holes. Let me figure out which ones have the bolts in them. You got two on this side, two on the other side. There's one in this smaller hole here. Then on the other side, got a 13 here, 13 here. You want to put a magnet in there and get those nuts off of there so you don't drop them in the body of the car. Now this bumper should be ready to lift off and away from here, but if you got these backup sensors, which just about all of them do, be careful you don't jerk and break the wire. Pull it out nice and slow and catch it and disconnect the wire. Use the magnet. Oh, pull those bolts out of there. Man, I dropped one. Try not to drop those things. Front edge of this bumper is snapped in there, so you grab it, pull it out before you start sliding it back on both sides. On the left side of the vehicle, driver's side US, pull this little panel up here. Then you pull this up out of the way here, and then you follow the wire up to disconnect the sensor here from the bumper so you don't break anything. I don't see how this unplugs. Let me look a little closer. I disconnected the harness. I pushed down on a little tab, massaged it, unplugged it. So now the bumper is free from the vehicle, and we can see if there's some way to make some adjustments so this thing won't rub the way it was. After looking close at the bumper and the bumper skin, it appears that the bumper skin was not snapped into the plastic black colored bumper support, so it was out of alignment. So we lifted the bumper skin back up to the back side of the vehicle. We guided the backup sensor wiring into the vehicle so that it could plug back into the sensor control box. Make sure that you pulled all the slack out of the wire into the vehicle so that it can plug into that sensor box that controls those backup sensors. Then we guided the side edges of the bumper up to the vehicle so that it would snap into place, and we made sure that the top edge of that bumper was snapped into the bumper support, and then everything was aligned and smooth and good to go. So we installed the supporting bolts inside the vehicle behind the battery area. We pushed the trim pieces back on the corner. We pushed the corner lights in. We covered up those bolt access holes with the foam. We installed the battery, and it fits pretty nice and neat. We just have to get that dent fixed above the bumper where the person bumped into the vehicle. We're going to try to get that done with a paintless dent removal service. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.